What's up, everybody? This is a new episode of The List. The List, episode number 13, where I'll be talking and discussing topics. I'll be discussing Kelly, possibly signing with WWE to work WWE Access, WrestleMania Access, sign autographs, and possibly to work at WrestleMania. I do not see why they would bring back Kelly full time. There's no reason to do that, in my opinion, but whatever. I'll also be discussing in this episode 13 of The List, I'll be discussing Brazzers, the adult film company Brazzers. I think that's how you say it. Brazzers is filming a parody of an adult film parody of the Montreal Screwjob, entitled The Fuck Job. I'll be discussing that. Also, I'll be discussing The Rock calling CM Punk after Monday Night Raw this past Monday and leaving him a phone message, and the crowd was recorded in it also, which WWE officials and I'm sure Vince and Triple H and Stephanie were pretty angry at The Rock. But I'll talk about that also. And I'll be talking about Finn Balor, who made his return at the NXT tapings at some arena in Florida. I forget the name of it. But they had tapings outside of Full Sail in Florida in some arena. And Finn Balor returned during a Nakamura match. Finn Balor, I'll talk about that now. Finn Balor returned at NXT tapings this past Wednesday or Thursday. He returned, I think it was Wednesday night, where they did the tapings. Finn Balor returned. He got physical in the ring, so he's probably cleared. And then at the end of it, him and Nakamura were standing in the ring face to face, and he does this to Nakamura. What does that mean? I don't know. A lot of fans took pictures of Finn Balor in the ring at the tapings, and because they were there live. So then a lot of fans commented that Finn Balor, Nakamura standing in the ring, and Finn was pointing to the crowd, and they start chanting WrestleMania, WrestleMania, WrestleMania. Does that mean WWE will book Finn Balor against Nakamura at WrestleMania? I don't have a clue. My guess is Finn Balor will not have a match at WrestleMania, is my guess. But he will possibly make an appearance at WrestleMania to do what? I don't know. Maybe interfere. I don't know. Maybe he'll interfere in a match. But I think Balor could make an appearance at WrestleMania, but it won't be in a wrestling role. I doubt he wrestles. Finn Balor returning at the NXT tapings. Maybe this was just for a dark match. I don't know. Maybe it wasn't for NXT TV. But if it is, then we could possibly see Finn Balor against Nakamura at NXT TakeOver Orlando before WrestleMania. I could see that happening. But I don't see Finn Balor getting a WrestleMania match. The time is approaching too fast. He's not going to be, unless they haven't returned to Monday Night Raw after Fastlane, I don't see there being enough time to build up a storyline to have Finn Balor face anybody on Raw. So I don't think he'll have a match at WrestleMania. But I do think he'll probably have a match at NXT TakeOver Orlando, but that doesn't really make sense because he left NXT to go to the main roster. So why would you go back? That's like being up here on the main roster. Why would you go back down to NXT? But maybe they want Finn Balor to wrestle at TakeOver Orlando just to sell tickets and get the fans excited and to give the fans what they want. I don't know. But it was good to see Finn Balor return, get physical, and return to the ring. I don't care if it was in an NXT ring. It was good to see him return. I hope he's cleared and healthy 100%. And I hope he doesn't get injured again for the rest of his career. Because WWE needs that guy. So, now I'm going to talk about Brazzers. The porn company Brazzers. Maybe you heard of them, maybe you don't. Maybe you haven't. I have heard of them. Probably because I'm a single man. Anyways. So, some guy that kind of looks like Vince. Some porn star. I don't know the guy's name. And I don't really care who the guy is. Because I don't care about the male porn stars. I know a lot of female porn stars, but I don't care who the guys are, and I don't know their names. Anyways, this guy his name is Johnny Castle. Never heard of the guy. I don't care who he is. Johnny Castle will play Vince McMahon. Mia Karloff, whatever her last name is, I've heard of her. Mia will be playing Shawn Michaels. There are actually pictures of them on Twitter. If you look up, I don't know, the Brawlers Twitter account or Brazzers Twitter account, you can probably find the pictures of the movie, the Montreal Screwjob parody. You can find pictures of them if you want to look at them and see what they look like. So Mia, or Maya, whatever, she's pretty hot. I've seen her before in films. I have seen her before. So she's pretty hot, but from this picture of her as Shawn Michaels, she's still hot, but she looked like, I don't know. She looks like she gained a lot of weight. I don't have a problem with that. I mean, I like a lot of junk in the trunk, but she looks a little bit different. Last time I saw her, she was skinnier. But, I don't know, maybe she doesn't take good pictures. So, anyways, she'll be playing Shawn Michaels, Mia, whatever. The other woman is Romy Rain, ROMI_Rain. That's her Twitter handle. If you want to follow her, she looks decent. I definitely wouldn't turn her down. And, but her tits are way too big. Her tits are, like, bigger than her head. But anyways, she's playing Bret Hart. Romy Rain, however you say her name. She's playing Bret the Hitman Hart. So, the Montreal Screwjob parody, adult film parody, pretty damn funny idea. And probably get a lot of wrestling fans to watch it. To be honest, will I watch it? I don't know. Maybe. Who knows? But first off, anybody that makes porn, I don't judge them. That's what they want to do with their life. Good for them. It's not against the law. It's illegal. They can do whatever they want. They are all adults over 18 years old. Plus, I would actually be very angry if the government ever censored and tried to make porn illegal in the United States. That would actually piss me off, because they shouldn't be censoring. They shouldn't be censoring porn and going after the porn industry, and they shouldn't be censoring guys like they did on radio years and years ago. They tried to censor and keep fining Howard Stern. The government did that. The FCC did that, and I think that is totally wrong. I'm against that. I'm against censorship. So, those are my thoughts on the Montreal Screwjob parody. I guess we are really going to see Vince screw Bret, and maybe Bret will screw, or Shawn will screw Bret somehow. Possibly with a dildo. Or maybe Shawn will decide to lick Bret. Who knows? I don't want to really think about it. So that's my thoughts on the Montreal Screwjob parody of their adult film. I mean, smart idea by that company, Brazzers. Smart idea by them. They'll probably make a lot of money off it. So, my next topic on this episode of the list is The Rock calling CM Punk. By the way, also in this episode, I'm going to talk about Josh Mathews and the stupidity that he's still up to on Twitter. So, The Rock calling CM Punk after Monday Night Raw. The Rock was there to film WWE Films movie about Paige's life and her family's life in wrestling, I believe. They filmed a scene where Paige won the Divas Championship from AJ Lee when she made her debut on Monday Night Raw. Rosita, formerly of Impact Wrestling, Rosita, I believe she played AJ Lee. And I forget the woman's name that played Paige, but I forget her name. But she kind of looked like Paige. And also Tessa Blanchard is also in the movie doing stunt work and doing part of the matches with Rosita. I forget Rosita's name. I can't think of it right now, but whatever. Her indie name. Or her real name. I can't think of it. So The Rock calls CM Punk basically because he was probably caught off guard with the fans in LA start chanting CM Punk, CM Punk. Why did they start chanting that? I don't know why. They should get over it. That the guy's been gone for 3 years and is not coming back. But I guess they thought about Punk because they saw AJ Lee in the ring, or the woman playing AJ Lee, so they thought CM Punk. So they decided to chant CM Punk, and The Rock just went off of instinct. The Rock should have no heat on him for doing this. Rock was just doing what made the fans happy, in my opinion. Trying to make them happy. Trying to go along with them chanting CM Punk. The Rock says, I'm going to call CM Punk right now. He calls him on his cell phone. And it went to voicemail. CM Punk was not home. He was out walking his dog. Anyways, Rock calls him back, tries to do a video chat with him, still couldn't get him, so Rock just left a message and held his phone up and let the fans chant CM Punk for CM Punk. So that was a nice message, nice love by LA fans, nice love to CM Punk. The guy does deserve respect and love because the guy did bust his ass for us fans. He did bust his ass for over 10 years in WWE and in the indies. So Punk did bust his ass for the business. He does deserve respect, but please don't chant his name anymore in other cities. I understand why LA started chanting his name because they saw AJ Lee playing a part in a movie. And it wasn't the real AJ Lee, by the way, but she was in the movie playing the part. She was playing AJ Lee. So The Rock should have no heat on him. Vince was mad. I'm sure Triple H and Stephanie were furious, but who cares? They will get over it in a couple of days. They're probably already over it. Vince probably forgot about it already. Probably doesn't give a damn because guess what? WWE, you can't censor The Rock. He's going to do what he wants to do when he wants to do it. You can't censor The Rock. The guy's probably the most entertaining wrestler of all time. Also one of the greatest on the microphone. So whatever The Rock does, I don't got a problem with it. He can do whatever the hell he wants, and he usually does. And that's what I love about The Rock. So that's my opinion on The Rock calling CM Punk. I don't have a problem with it. He was just having fun. Now to Kelly. Reportedly, I don't know if it's true. I haven't heard that she signed a 1-year contract. I haven't heard. The only contract she signed probably is to appear at WrestleMania Access, sign autographs. Will she appear at WrestleMania? I don't know, and I don't really care. Kelly, beautiful girl. Very hot girl. But I don't care for her as a wrestler. She's not a wrestler. She was a Divas champion. Still, I don't care. She was no good in the ring. Yes, she was better than Eva Marie. Just about everybody in wrestling has been better than Eva Marie. So, Kelly back at WrestleMania Access. I got no problem with it. She might appear at WrestleMania. And I also heard WWE has contacted Victoria, formerly in TNA as Tara, formerly WWE Women's Champion Victoria. She has also been contacted to appear at Access or WrestleMania to do what? I don't know. Maybe they'll have a old school Divas Battle Royal with Victoria, Kelly, Beth Phoenix, Melina. I don't know what they're going to do with them at WrestleMania. They may do nothing with them except have them sign autographs. Of course, I like Victoria a lot more than Kelly, and I respect her a lot more. She is a real women's wrestler. Kelly, again, beautiful girl. It's not her fault that WWE went after her and signed her to a contract and wanted her to become a wrestler. As I said, she was decent, but she still wasn't that good in the ring. I got nothing against Kelly. Got no hate for her. But she appears at WrestleMania and does something. I'm okay with that. But after that, she should not be a full-time wrestler anymore. She should not be part of Raw or SmackDown. They've got enough women signed, and they got enough women that are better wrestlers than Kelly. So the company does not need to go backwards. They got a great group of women's wrestlers that can actually work from NXT. That can actually work, and some of them are not from NXT, like Asuka. She was signed from Japan, and she was great in Japan. So, I'm talking about, they got Charlotte, Bayley, Sasha, Asuka, Nia Jax, Becky Lynch, Alexa Bliss, Naomi, Natalya. They do not need to go backwards. Mickie James they got. They don't need to go backwards and sign Kelly and try to put her on TV every week. That'd be a huge mistake and an epic fail, in my opinion. She does not need to be back full-time, and she definitely doesn't need to wrestle full-time because she's pretty awful compared to the other women they have under contract. Liv Morgan, in my opinion, Liv Morgan and Kelly are probably the same skill set in the ring, but whatever. Somehow, I like Liv Morgan more than Kelly. So, that's my thoughts. Kelly can be back for Access and WrestleMania. Then she can go away and never show her face on Raw or SmackDown again, in my opinion, because she's not a women's wrestler, and when she was no good. Now to Josh fucking dumbass douchebag Mathews. He's at it again on Twitter, acting up like a dumb fuck. Here's was his Twitter exchange this past week. Today's the 24th. He did this on the 21st. One of his stupid tweets he did on the 20th. So on Monday. He's talking about Shark Boy again for some reason because he had a Twitter feud and a Twitter war with Shark Boy and Jeremy Borash. Well, the dumb fuck is up to it again, pissing us all off. Josh Mathews writes on February 20th, you know who is talking about Shark Boy in the office, ? No one. Fuck you, Josh Mathews. When you get out of the business and decide to leave or retire or get fired, nobody will remember you, and when they do, they'll just get angry. At least Shark Boy was a wrestler and busted his ass, and Shark Boy will be remembered more than you will be. I guarantee that. So I'll remember Shark Boy way more than you, dumb bastard. By the way, you are soft for blocking me. You're a pussy also. Big pussy. Instead of fighting with these other fans, eventually he's going to block them all. I guarantee that. And block anybody that he comes in contact with because the guy's a douchebag, the guy's an idiot, The guy has nothing good to say about any of the fans or anybody else in wrestling. The guy had the nerve once, Josh Mathews actually had the nerve once to bash Jim Ross. You dumb bastard. Jim Ross is awesome. The guy's one of the best announcers in the history of the business, in my opinion. And you will never, ever, ever be on Jim Ross's level. Josh Mathews, you dumb dick. His next tweet to somebody, I don't know who he's talking to, somebody on Twitter, he wrote that they're a stooge. And this was the 21st of February on Tuesday. Then again on Tuesday he writes, on Tuesday night at 9:42 p.m. he writes to somebody else Twitter account that was probably fighting with him or trying to have a conversation with him, and he couldn't take it. So he writes, Josh Mathews writes to them, quotes or tweets, says, I know my life sucks. I own 2 houses. I have no debt and get to live my dream every day. Please make this nightmare end. And then he did a reverse emoji of a middle finger to the person. You're a fucking idiot, Josh Mathews. No one is jealous of your life. Nobody. I don't know one wrestling fan that's jealous of you, Josh Mathews. I wouldn't want to be you. If they pay me $2 million, I wouldn't want to fucking be you. Because you're a douche, and a tool, and a dumb bastard, and a dickhead that's so stupid that you have to attack fans and fight with them like a fucking child. How about you just don't respond or mute them or block, don't block them, but just don't fucking respond to all the hate. All the hate you get, all you have to do is not respond to it. Instead, you respond to it like a fucking 5-year-old, and you're an idiot. So his next tweet to somebody, I don't know who he's talking about. He writes, anyone tweeting me during working hours will get their tweets copied and sent to your employers, assuming you have a job, or assuming you have one. Then he would put hashtag Stooge Report. I don't know who the fuck he's talking to, and I don't care. Now to his fight with this Twitter account at RSW Live, Real Shoot Wrestling on Twitter. They have a podcast, I believe. And maybe they interviewed Josh Mathews. Maybe they tried to get him on the show. I don't know. Maybe they tweeted him on Twitter and he probably acted like a fucking dick to them. So here's what Josh Mathews wrote back to them. They were telling him, I guess they contacted him on Twitter, said our lingo, STFU to Josh Mathews. So that's what they wrote to Josh Mathews, I believe. In response, he couldn't take it. He wrote, Real Shoot Wrestling Podcast, taking offense. Did you guys book a great shoot style promo? And then after that he goes, you should really shoot yourselves. He is a fucking immature idiot that cannot and should not be on social media. Josh Mathews cannot take Twitter. He can't take the people that write him or attack him. He cannot take it. He wants to dish it out and try to claim he's the best play-by-play man in wrestling history. As it says, Josh Mathews in this article versus social media, the guy he tweets dumb shit out and then he decides to delete it. And it was reported that he was asked to delete the tweet by Impact Wrestling Management. He has continued to send out insulting tweets to fans however, indicating the company is aware of and fine with his recent activity. Over the past week, Mathews has exchanged Twitter wars with Jeremy Borash, Shark Boy, fans, and podcast hosts. Josh Mathews I hope you see this. Just get off Twitter. Delete your fucking account and get the fuck off Twitter, because nobody wants to hear from you anymore. I don't know who on earth would be a fan of Josh Mathews. The guy sucks. Not only does he suck, he's an okay commentator. I'll give him that. He's okay. He's not the worst I've ever heard. But the guy cannot take Twitter. He cannot take social media. The guy's having a nervous breakdown. It's obvious. He can't handle it. He cannot handle Twitter. So please, delete your account, Josh Mathews, or get off Twitter for good. Take a year break. Get off Twitter. You don't need it. You don't need Twitter just to attack fans and make yourself feel better like a dumb bastard. And you tweeting out they should go really shoot themselves, that crossed the line. That was out of line. That was pathetic. And did you ever think about Josh Mathews that a lot of people have actually lost loved ones to suicide? Did you ever think about that, you dumb bastard? You're an idiot. You need to really get off Twitter. I don't think he's on Facebook, and I don't care if he is, but I'm on Twitter a lot. Josh Mathews, delete your fucking account. You're pathetic. You must jerk off and get off on attacking fans. It's pretty damn pathetic. I don't know how on earth Madison Rayne puts up with you fighting with people on Twitter all the time. Impact Wrestling under Jeff Jarrett and their new president from Anthem. Impact Wrestling, not TNA. Impact Wrestling should really think about suspending Josh Mathews or just firing his ass. Pay him off to go away. I don't know if he has a contract. I don't care if he has a contract. Pay his contract off. Make him go away because he sucks. I like the Pope, but I hope Impact gets rid of Josh Mathews and brings back Mike Tenay or Don West, or have Mike Tenay work with the Pope, or have Jeremy Borash replace Mathews and have JB and the Pope work together. Because Josh Mathews, not only are you such an idiot, you can't handle social media or Twitter, it seems like every week you're doing something fucking stupid on Twitter. You need to quit it. You're out of control. You need to delete your account or take a break from social media for a year. You dumb, fucking, pathetic loser that gets off on attacking fans. You're pathetic and you're immature. And you suck as a wrestling play-by-play man. That ends this episode of The List. Episode number 13. I talked about Kelly, talked about Josh Mathews, talked about the Montreal Screwjob porn parody, talked about The Rock calling CM Punk, and I talked about Finn Balor's return. Hope you enjoyed this episode of The List. Follow me on Twitter. Like, comment, subscribe, and share my videos. Bye for now, everybody.